Morning, morning, morning. I hope you are all well on this stupendous Sunday. You're looking absolutely amazing. I hope you're having a fantastic weekend. I'm going to get straight into the meat and potatoes because it is Sunday and I know you've probably got better things to do. So let's get on to it because I just wanted to cover this because this is close to home. This is. But I think it's quite funny. Let's go into it. Check this out. So, Oxford Union plunged into complete and utter, not just a little bit, complete and utter financial chaos amid Charlie Kirk's scandal. Fucking scandal. What's this about then? What's this about, I hear you say? So it says Oxford Union is facing a financial crisis after its president-elect appeared to celebrate the killing of conservative influencer Charlie Kirk last month. Donations believed to be worth hundreds of thousands of pounds have been put on hold, and speakers have pulled out of debates in backlash to remarks made by incoming President George George A. Sources have told The Telegraph. Leaked messages from a WhatsApp group chat appeared to show George A. say, Charlie Kirk got shot, let's fucking go. So it's like yesterday, wasn't it, when the left were kind of showing the messages from the so-called right, and I keep out of politics, but what I've figured out is you're either left or you're extreme right. You're far right, as far fucking right as you can go. Right over there in the distance, you're just a dot to the left, because that's how far right you are, if you're not on the left. But I said, show some text messages, show some WhatsApp messages from the other side and say what sort of things they say. So it would appear that the sort of things they're saying is that they're celebrating the death of another person who gets shot in the neck publicly, and they're celebrating. Let's fucking go! That's what these little fuck nuggets are saying. And now they're whinging. That's for later, that one. Little teaser for you. Kash Patel. A separate message believed to have originated from his Instagram account read, Charlie Kirk got shot. Lol. An elongated version of Laugh Out Loud acronym. And there he is there. I don't know whether that hat's got these long pieces of shit attached to it or whether that's on his actual fucking head. I don't know. The Oxford Union President-elect and final year philosophy, politics and economics, PPE. I thought that was the shit that you wore so you didn't get fucking toxic shit on you. There's some irony there. Student debated Mr. Kirk just months prior to his death, with the pair locking horns over toxic masculinity and gender roles. George later apologised for his remarks, claiming he had learned from his mistake amid the intense backlash. What you mean is you were forced to apologise because you got fucking caught, you knobhead. He is now awaiting the results of a vote of no confidence that could see him ousted from his positions before he officially begins next academic term. However, some officials within the Oxford Union fear the comments may have permanently tarnished the reputation of the prestigious debating society. Well, what you're learning here is you play certain games, you win certain prizes. That was what Charlie Kirk used to say. You played the game of, let's take the piss out of someone's death and look at the prize you fucking won, you little prick. An Oxford Union official told The Telegraph, honestly, it feels like the union lost its identity. We're used to controversy, but this has been complete and utter turmoil. I'm worried if George stays, there will be no future for the union. How can you have a free speech society where the incoming president celebrates the death of a free speech activist? And that's the fucking point, which we'll get to in a second, because I know what some people are going to say. They're going to say, well, he had the freedom of speech to say what he said, but it doesn't quite work like that. Free speech doesn't just mean that you can say whatever you want without repercussions. It means that you if you're someone who truly believes in free speech and are an advocate for free speech, then you must accept incoming speech and respect that as equally as you want what you speak to be spoken. Do you know what I mean? And it's not free speech if you're thinking, well, what you're saying is shit and you deserve to die for it, but what I'm saying, I'm a fucking hero. Do you know what I mean? Which is what too many of these people do. They claim that it's all about free speech, but it's only free speech when it's their fucking speech. Do you know what I mean? Another source told the newspaper that up to 40 speakers scheduled to take part in debates have pulled out in direct response to Georgia's comments. It's too fucking right. That's what should happen. That's what should happen. It is understood that one of the high-profile speakers to have withdrawn is Candace Owens, a close friend of Mr. Kirk and a prominent Conservative commentator. A donation thought to be around $500,000 has been frozen, and other backers have warned they may pull their support if George stays in his role. Sign-ups for the Oxford Union and their Freshers' Week stall has slumped to roughly half the usual number of students, a source told The Telegraph. The results of the vote of no confidence is expected to be published on Sunday morning, which is today. So as of recording this video, there hasn't yet been it, but it's coming. An Oxford Union spokesman told the newspaper over 40 speakers pulling out is completely false. We invite a vast number of speakers, many of whom are unable to accommodate our invitation due to logistical reasons. Every term we have many people conjecturing over which speakers are coming or not. The only people responsible for such deliberations are the senior members of the ongoing terms committee, for they are the ones aware of scheduling and booking speakers. And there's some comments here. Look, good, they deserve to go down. The union spokesman is clearly a friend of the incoming president, presumably because his ethnic status means he gets priority over people with the qualifications, intelligence and integrity. Absolutely spot on. I couldn't have put it better myself. They're taking some shit, mate. Taking some shit. And is it warranted? Is it warranted? Look. What can we say? What can we say about Charlie Kirk? For a start off, the reality is, as Charlie Kirk said, you play certain games, you win certain prizes. It was something that he used to say when he was talking about the heavily debated and it's turned into a shit show most of the time, was the abortion situation. And he would clearly say, you play certain games, you win certain prizes. And the reality is, if you're a speaker, if you talk, if you're public, if you're in the public eye, or you hold a position of importance somewhere, if you do certain things, there are going to be repercussions to it. And what Oxford are seeing here is repercussions to fucking up. And that is getting this individual, who is clearly an arsehole, and putting him in a position of importance in a prestigious corporation, and him shitting all over it. And there has to be repercussions to it. Play certain games, win certain prizes. But the free speech situation here, because I know what people are going to say, they're just going to attack the people attacking what he said and say, well, that's attack on his free speech. And again, that's ignorance to go down that route, because that's not what free speech is about. Free speech is about the acceptance that there is free speech from everybody of opposing sides. So like in the comments down below, you will get people who they're all right to claim free speech, or that their free speech is being attacked, but equally they don't want to listen to the other side. And it's the fact that they're not listening to the other side, or the other side is saying something that they want to try and inhibit them saying. I don't understand why people seem to completely get lost in that fact around free speech. Free speech is free speech isn't about being able to say anything that you want in any circumstance. It's about being right and being proper with it, and understanding that there's going to be opposing views, and if you're all wanting free speech, then you've got to accept that things are going to be said that you may not like. Does that make sense? Love you all. Fuck Oxford. Catch you all in the next one. Mwah.